Heat can damage sunscreen. Whenever you're outdoors, keep yours in a cool, shaded place, like a bag or under an umbrella.
Feel good facts.
Area 3, black and white.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
Before you cross the line, stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers, plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Our club is more than just a building. It lets us be who we are. It challenges us. It's like a family. It's a place that saves lives. It's like coming home. Our club is your club.
Hi, my name's Laura Thurtell. I'm the Ambassador for the Silver Salties program. Silver Salties is a physical activity and social connections initiative for older Australians designed by Surf Life Saving Australia in conjunction with Surf Life Saving Clubs and funded by Sport Australia's Move It Australia Better Ageing Grants program. Silver Salties targets people aged 65 and over, but welcomes all ages.
I love coming down to the saltwater pool. It's a good start for the day. We do a few laps, get a bit of fitness.
It's great camaraderie getting in the water with older people, younger people, using muscles you probably think you couldn't use, and you do. You're not really feeling that you're using them.
I love being able to instruct people like that because I think then they come out of the water and they always say how great they feel.
It's all the skills that you need if you find yourself in a bad situation where somebody needs to be rescued.
When I first came here, I knew nobody. I came down and I joined the Silver Salties, and I've suddenly become part of the fabric of the society.
I think it's great if you're an older person to get out, join the community and stay fit, because you lose balance and flexibility as you get older, so the more you move the better. Work at your own pace, so you can go as hard at it or as easy as you like.
I say group therapy does a lot for you. As soon as you know there's a group going, you walk, you don't even realise you're walking.
Get you on your feet, out in the fresh air, check out all the plant life, bird life. Come on down, I'm sure we'll find something for you. Yeah, and you'll find lots of lovely good friends.
Oh, the instructors were fantastic. They break it down and make it easy, take it back to basics.
Oh, we have a great time. We'll go for a coffee after this and chat more and talk about what we've done today.
Well, you meet new people, and we've met everybody here today. We only knew a few to start with, and we know lots of people now.
You can feel a bit down, and coming down and spending time with friends doing exercise is just wonderful for your spirits. It's very uplifting, it's really good.
I'm one of the 3 in 4 people who can't spot a rip.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip.
It went from the best day of my life to, oh my God, we're all going to die. It's horrific.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. I lost my son Ben and my daughter Molly, and lost 2 nieces, Catherine and Belinda. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
We call it the think line.
Before you cross the line,
Stop here and think.
stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers, plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
And welcome back, everyone. It is day 2 of the 2021 Queensland Youth Championships. Phil, we had a massive day yesterday. I can't wait to go through the results, but I also don't want to get too excited because there's 2 more days to go.
There is. It was wonderful yesterday. The conditions, a little bit flat in the morning, a little bit of a bump coming up later on, which was great for the kids to get from the Cairns back to the beach. Today, very similar. The conditions are very flat right now. The wind's right down. It's predicted to come up around lunchtime, so we might see a bit of a change later on. But yesterday, wow, there was some great races.
And Phil, I know that you love your stats. You've crunched the numbers, and there were 2 teams that really dominated the racing yesterday.
There really was. North Burleigh, we talked about them earlier yesterday. They came away with 14 gold medals yesterday. I talked about 36 gold medals on offer. 14 of those went to North Burleigh. On the back of that, the club straight down the road, 2 Ks down the beach, BHMP under Ty Dowker there. They finished away with 9 gold medals yesterday. They had a swagger of silvers as well, so very close to get a few more, but a great little battle going on the sand of Burleigh and North Burleigh at the moment.
Absolutely. Now, not as many gold medals on offer today, but we still promise that there is going to be a huge day of racing for you. Lots of heats, quarters, semis, gearing up for a massive Super Sunday of finals tomorrow. And Phil, while you've gone through and looked at all those gold medals, I had a look through the results just to see where our other clubs were placing and where we had some fantastic results. I do want to give a shout out to our North Queensland team, the under 13 girls there, 5th in the surf team and 6th in the Cameron relay. So great to see them coming down and really mixing it with their best, because it's all about getting points on the board for your team. It's not just about the 1s and the 2s, it's all the way down to 6.
I actually got a text from a family from another club, not a big club here on the Gold Coast, but their son made the final for the first time ever. He's been training really hard. He didn't get a place. He was way back, I think about 12th or 13th, but just over the moon. So that's what this carnival's all about. Yes. Kids stepping up, making finals, and even getting a point for their club. It's wonderful to see.
It absolutely is. And if you are joining us on the live stream today, we would love to know where you're calling from, what club you're cheering for. And I have to say, Phil, it was so lovely reading so many of the comments and the celebrations on social media last night. So if you are posting, please give us a tag at LifesavingQLD, also hashtag red and yellow. But for now, that's enough for us. We're going to go down to Josie and see what is happening on the beach.
An absolutely beautiful morning it is down here at North Kira for day 2 of Youth State Champs. The under 14 women's Iron Woman will get underway shortly. We're down here at Water Area 3, black and white. And look, apparently it's only 22 degrees according to the Bureau of Meteorology, but I can tell you it feels like 35. It is going to be an extremely hot day, but all the kids are raring to go.
So much, Josie. Conditions definitely looking tough down there, Phil, and I think that we would agree that it is more than 26 degrees at North Kira Beach right now.
Yes, I've got to say, for those of you watching, there isn't a breeze yet. It hasn't kicked up. The ocean breeze hasn't come. We all know what the Gold Coast can be like. We got a little bit of rain last night, so it's sweltering right now. It's really sticky. It's really hot, but you know what? That's what carnivals are about. We know that's going to happen in the morning. We know that the temperature is going to change during the day. We can see it right now. Look at that. Very little wind there on the shore. A beautiful day for racing, so there's going to be some hot races here.
Absolutely. And looking at the vision on the screen right now, we do have to give a shout out and a huge thank you to all of our water safety, our officials, our IRB drivers, and of course to the North Kira Surf Lifesaving Club, who have put on such an amazing event for us this weekend.
Yeah, to bring something up, I had a chat with the head referee down there, Peter Thompson. We discussed about the board rescue. So yesterday in the afternoon, a couple of the events in the board rescue got pushed to today. Reason being, I just asked him about why that was. He said it was an unfair advantage for people on the right-hand side compared to the left. And he said these kids have trained now for 700 days, which is what we've talked about.
Such a long time.
So he said, look, we thought it'd be much wiser to wait until tomorrow morning, which is now, give the kids the opportunity when the tide's a little bit higher and it's a much fairer race, which I think is a great call.
Absolutely. And that really proves the value of, keeping in touch with your officials, talking to your team managers, that coaching advisory panel that we spoke to yesterday. I mean, we're all here to have a fantastic and a safe event as much as possible. And Phil, I just always have to look at that Gold Coast skyline on the view. It is absolutely stunning down here.
It really is. We actually do ski paddlebacks from Snapper Rocks down to near surface where we go to Kurrawa. And when you're paddling back, you've got to pinch yourself. When you see that skyline, it looks like a mini New York. We absolutely love it. And today we're being treated with a pretty special day looking back over that beautiful water across to Surfers Paradise. We're looking back down now at the tents. To change the subject, I was up here talking about the officials, and every morning the officials rock up. They get a free bacon and egg burger. We walked through. We had a chat with a fair few of them. Geez, they're happy people, aren't they?
Oh, they are absolutely amazing. The amount of hours that they do, I would love to put a pedometer on them and see how many steps on the soft sand they are doing every single day. It is out of control.
Well, a really big thing is Crocs. You see these officials now, so for those officials that walk down the beach, if they don't have shoes on or if they don't have Crocs on, their feet actually sink in the sand and it gets really tight on the legs, really bad on the Achilles. So Crocs seem to be the latest craze with all the officials, so it's a new thing.
I love it. And now I do have to do a shout out now for one of our sponsors. It's the perfect timing. We didn't even set this up for me, Phil, but of course without our sponsors here today we would not be able to put on such an amazing event. So Physiocrem, that is something that our officials probably should start investing in. Physio Solugel is for the temporary relief of muscular aches and pains. Physiocrem is a herbal massage gel containing menthol and naturally derived active ingredients of arnica, hypericum, calendula and melaleuca for the temporary relief of muscular aches and pains. Very important, please always read the label, follow the directions for use. If your symptoms persist, talk to your local healthcare professional. It's available at Coles, Woolies and all your other health stores.
Yeah, cracking stuff. I think that's got to be in play today.
I think everyone was applying that very liberally last night. Now, Phil, I saw you go for a bit of a wander this morning. You were checking out the festival zone. I'm sure you were looking mainly at the food and beverage options, but we've got the Fins tent there, the Waterman's store. There is a lot happening off the beach as well.
I had a chat with the guys running the Fins tent this morning, and he couldn't talk to me because at 7:30 in the morning it was chockers. People were in there buying product. He was running out of room because he was using up all of his stuff, which is what it's all about. The biggest thing selling right now is the t-shirt.
Yes.
Everyone wants the t-shirt, which is the longer one with the black arms.
Love
and it's got the location, it's got the date, it's got where we are. That's what it's all about.
And they are going to have some special visitors at the Fin store later today. We will talk about that in a moment, but for now we're going to pop back down to Josie on the beach.
It stays, do you think?
No, not States. What Aussie?
Well, guys, we are joined by Darren Mercer, Ironman legend, and of course the head coach of Noosa. Darren, Noosa had a very great day on the first day of youth yesterday.
Yeah, it was great. We've got a good little team down here, and that we're building, and there's some great results, some medals, but also some finals, which is what the kids they're targeting. They want to get those results.
So, what are the big events for you guys today?
Well, obviously the iron. A lot of the teams were done all yesterday, and that was great. The kids come together and they all do their best for one another and in the teams. But today a lot more individual stuff, the irons and boards and swim, so it'll be good.
Any kids in particular we should be keeping an eye on?
There's a young guy in the under 14s, Otis. He's going really well on the board, so hopefully he's going to be up there in that final. But just right across the board, we've got some under 11s that are doing really well, and just a good mix of kids that are enjoying the weekend. It's a great weekend at Kira.
Isn't it stunning? But I mean, how are they going to go today? It's already so hot.
Yeah, well, they started out pretty hot, and then once that wind came in and it cooled things down, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, you can't ask for a better day than this.
Fantastic. And just quickly, how many kids from Noosa are down for the state champs this weekend?
We've probably got about 50 kids come down, so yeah, there's quite a few.
Absolutely sensational. Well, we wish you all the best for Noosa Heads and look forward to seeing you in the events throughout the day.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Josie. I am sure there are more than enough people down on the beach who would love to come and have a chat to you. And again, if you're walking past the live stream tent, Phil, we would love for people to come and say hello to us as well. Now, we were talking about the Finns tent before. I have heard that Courtney Hancock is going to be down there today for a little bit of a meet and greet. We might try and grab her as well, but we've got a few guests lined up across the weekend.
We have, very exciting. Last night I caught up with Matt Bevilacqua. He's going to pop in the tent and have a bit of a chat with us today. He's going to have some great insight. He was actually really excited, so he came over to me yesterday. We were at Kyhurst's wedding and we sat down and had a really good chat about it. He said he's really interested to see how it works. He wants to know how the live streaming works. So just a great human being and an absolutely amazing athlete as well.
Absolutely. I think Harriet Brown is going to be popping past as well at some point. So a lot of our absolutely top elite, Nutrigrain Ironman and Iron Women, but they all started in nippers as well.
I was just about to say that. So Matt Bevilacqua started down in Tasmania, great story. Harriet Brown, I think she's a Victoria girl. So the great thing about it is let's ask them.
Yes.
Let's ask them about their first state. That's right. Let's ask them about their first state titles, what their first final was, what their first medal was, because most people can remember that. And even though it's a long time ago and they've hit the pinnacle of their sport, it's great to find the feedback of where they started.
I think that would be absolutely wonderful. Now, looking back at some of the results, we do want to make sure that everyone is on liveheats.com, and if you search for SLSQ Surf Sport, that is where you're going to find all of the results at the moment. And some fantastic vision at the moment. One of our young competitors trialling an innovative new warm-up technique there, Phil.
We were talking about how hot it is. This just shows it how hot it is. He is burning up. He needs to cover his legs so he doesn't get suntan. He's chilling out in the pond in front of his tent. I like that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Fantastic. I think we might need a little bit of that up in the commentators area because it is a warm one already. And let's have a little bit more of a look at some of the results from yesterday. We spoke about North Burleigh. They were absolutely dominant. They actually finished first and second in the under-11 boys board relay. Yeah, cracking race there. They when they got away, that last little wave that they got at the end. So good. Yeah, it was fantastic. Not only that, one of the little boys in there, Timmy Feidler's son, young Jesse, so Sam Riley's son. He's rocked up yesterday and had a really good race. He's actually an amazing individual board paddler, so he's going to be right up there in the mix today. So there's a lot of wonderful kids that are racing, not only North Burleigh, but there's a couple from Alex that are real stars that are going to step up today. It's great when you're in a team event, but when you back up and you do your individual, that's when they really shine. And that's where we're going to see a lot of those stronger clubs come through. But it was great when I know today we're going to look at some more of the beach action. We're going to look at sprints, flags. I think most of the relays are starting to move through as well. And you start to see some different coloured caps when that happens as well. We looked at the under-12 male beach sprint yesterday. We had Bailey Noy from Metcaloundra won that one. Maroochydore was in second and third there, so some different caps. And then you go Sunshine Beach. They have really impressed me yesterday as well. Josh Minogue and his crew doing fantastic work up that way. They had Jed Rowlands take out the under-13 beach run, and third as well was William Box from the same club. They won the Cameron, third in the board relay, third in the swim team, which was won by Noosa, which is the club just up the road. So awesome. I love these different clubs that are starting to come through. That's what Queensland titles are all about. You get to play with your mates on the first day, you do the team events, but today it's all about the individual. So that's over. We do have the board rescue that we need to just sign off. Once we sign off the board rescue, it's going to be a opportunity for those kids to step up. We could see some vision there. I tell you what, it's flat, it's smooth, it's hot. The kids are going to be a little bit fatigued from yesterday, so it might take a little while to wind the arms up, but we're going to see some great racing. Absolutely. And when we look at the conditions like they are on the screen right now, and a bit of a wave hello to one of our, is that one of our officials? Paul Kelly. I think Paul Kelly, shout out to you. Fantastic work to you and the crew. I think these conditions are really going to suit some of our northern athletes as well. So we saw yesterday Tanam Sands in one of the final races that we saw yesterday, the under-14 board relay. They got a bronze medal there. They also took out the surf team. They got third in the swim. Like this is really exciting stuff that we're seeing from a few different clubs and caps that we don't see at our regular local carnivals down this way. Well, a big part of that is what we're seeing right now on the screen. That is because it's so flat. They can run in, they get over one little wave on the shore. We talked about in the swim, they do 2 or 3 dolphin dives. Once they've done the dolphin dives, it's game on. On the board, they basically need to jump on their board. They go over one whitewash. There wasn't too much popping yesterday because the waves were so small, so they were getting straight to their knees or their stomach, and just the race was on from the start. Oh, absolutely. So that's why these North Barrier teams are starting to come into play, because that's what they train with, that's what they're used to. When we have a bit of a bump on, it rattles them a bit. Yep. I mean, they step up to the plate, but it rattles them a little bit, and yesterday they really showed that that's the area that they train in the most. Absolutely. And if we look at the program, we do have a few of the board rescues coming through today. And just a really quick mention, you spoke yesterday about when the swimmer hits that can, you want to get up high to signal. I think the conditions are perfect for that today.
They really are. Unfortunately, we had Burley Heads got second in the board rescue and they got DQ'd.
Oh no.
Apparently his board paddler left early, so there was a couple yesterday where that happened, and that's just life. That's what happens at the championships.
Highs and lows of a state championships. Phil, it has been so lovely talking to you today. I'm getting very excited about what we have to look forward to. We're going to take a little break now, and then we'll be back down on the beach to get the day underway. Oh, I'll look up. Yeah.
Heat can damage sunscreen. Whenever you're outdoors, keep yours in a cool, shaded place, like a bag or under an umbrella.
Feel good facts.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
Before you cross the line, stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers, plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Our club is more than just a building. It lets us be who we are. It challenges us. It's like a family. It's a place that saves lives. It's like coming home. Our club is your club.
Hi, my name's Laura Thurtell. I'm the Ambassador for the Silver Salties program. Silver Salties is a physical activity and social connections initiative for older Australians designed by Surf Life Saving Australia in conjunction with Surf Life Saving clubs and funded by Sport Australia's Move It Australia Better Ageing Grants program. Silver Salties targets people aged 65 and over, but welcomes all ages.
I love coming down to the saltwater pool. It's a good start for the day. You can do a few laps, get a bit of fitness.
It's great camaraderie getting in the water with older people, younger people, using muscles you probably think you couldn't use, and you do. You're not really feeling that you're using them.
I love being able to instruct people like that because I think then they come out of the water and they always say how great they feel.
It's all the skills that you need if you find yourself in a bad situation where somebody needs to be rescued.
When I first came here, I knew nobody. I came down and I joined the Silver Salties, and I've suddenly become part of the fabric of the society.
Oh, I think it's great if you're an older person to get out, join the community and stay fit, because you lose balance and flexibility as you get older, so the more you move the better. work at your own pace. Yeah, so you can go as hard at it or as easy as you like.
I say group therapy does a lot for you. As soon as you know there's a group going, you walk, you don't even realise you're walking.
Get you on your feet, out in the fresh air, check out all the plant life, bird life. Come on down, I'm sure we'll find something for you. Yeah, and you'll find lots of lovely good friends.
Oh, the instructors were fantastic. They break it down and make it easy, take it back to basics.
Oh, we have a great time. We'll go for a coffee after this and chat more and talk about what we've done today.
Well, you meet new people, and we've met everybody here today. We only knew a few to start with, and we know lots of people now.
You can feel a bit down, and coming down and spending time with friends doing exercise is just wonderful for your spirits. It's very uplifting, it's really good.
I'm one of the 3 in 4 people who can't spot a rip.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip. It went from the best day of my life to, oh my God, we're all going to die. It's horrific.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. I lost my son Ben and my daughter Molly, and lost 2 nieces, Catherine and Belinda. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
We call it the think line.
Before you cross the line,
Stop here and think.
stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers, plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Alrighty, now Phil, one of the best things to come out of the youth championships is these amazing stories that we hear every day, and I feel like you are a collector of stories at the moment. Everyone is coming to you, sharing these narratives. Can you give us a few of them?
They are. I just ran into Dan Norton-Smith, the nipper coach there at Mermaid Beach, and he told me a great story about Hayden and Evie Van Hooven, 2 young kids that lived in Sydney. They had a really promising career in tennis. They moved up here with their parents. They started at Nippers. They're about 18 months into it, and they're absolutely addicted, and they made their first finals yesterday, and they are complete converts, and they don't want to go back to tennis. So SLSA, you've done it again, you've converted a couple more kids, and they've realised that it's about mates, it's about friendship, it's about getting down the beach and having fun. And he said they're actually really excited to be doing the individual events today, which is wonderful. They had their day yesterday in the team events, and today they're jumping in the individuals. So I love these stories.
So good.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot, and I'm going to keep grabbing different coaches and different people, and hopefully we can find out more about kids on the beach.
Absolutely. And now we had a lot of fantastic people to speak to yesterday, and I think you and I have a new favourite from the Noosa Surf Club up on the Sunshine Coast. We would love to speak to Charlie if we could get him again today.
Well, I just texted Darren Mercer, the coach from down there who was just on TV, and we're going to try and get Charlie up here. I love his energy. I love how excited he was. He gets it. He gets what I've known my whole life, and he's only a young kid, so if we can sit him down here with us and put the mic on him, I think we're going to have a really good interview. There's going to be plenty of laughs, and I think the public out there watching the live stream right now will get to see a real character of the sport.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, we have to remember, Phil, like today is a COVID-safe event, so it's really important. If you're just arriving at the beach now or you're planning on coming down later today, please, everyone, make sure you use the QR codes that are absolutely everywhere. There's signage. There's so much here. You cannot miss them. Please make sure you scan the code, you enter your details. Parents, please make sure you register your kids as well. It's really important that, so many people have supported us to put this event on today, like Major Events Gold Coast, so we need to do the right thing by them as well. Social distancing where we can.
Totally, it's really easy. Daily we go to the restaurants, and we talked about it yesterday, but to get on the beach here at Kira, you've got to go down one of the walk paths. Now there's 5 of them in a row. Every single walk path has got a QR code right as you get down onto the sand, so you cannot pass it. You've got to be honest, guys. You've got to get your phone out because everyone travels with their phone. All you've got to do is scan your QR code and you can jump on board. That means that we get to see how many people have turned up to the carnival. We get to make sure that the numbers are right. We can follow everyone. We can track anyone. If anything does happen, we're all totally covered.
Absolutely. And while we're on the subject of technology, the team app is how SLSQ is communicating to each of the clubs. And we've got a beautiful shot on screen at the moment, the IRBs. Now, all of the IRBs, they're crewed by volunteers, Phil.
They are. That's Gary Jackson there on the right-hand side with the Reds. So I'm actually going to throw him under the bus here. Yeah, this is what it's all about. I just ran into Rabbits, who is in charge of all the boys and the strings and everything. Yesterday, unfortunately, Gary was just a little bit relaxed at the end of the day and he ran straight through one of the ropes and chopped it up. So Chicken Legs is the guy who does all the splicing for Surf Life Saving. So Rabbits and Chicken Legs are going to have to sit down and do a little bit of splicing to fix up a string of 9.
Oh, it's all good, and it is all part of the sport. This amazing workforce and the crew that keep not only our competitors safe, but the course set, everybody safe. Water safety, you cannot miss those orange vests, Phil.
Well, water safety is usually mums and dads, so every surf club's got a different rule, but majority of surf clubs, you need to have a certain amount of water safety there, so that if you've got, say, 10 people competing, well, then you're going to have to do 2 water safety. So these guys here on the beach that you're seeing right now with the boys and the tubes around them, they're mums and dads. They're standing in the arena to watch their kids. What better spot could you get than standing in the water there? It's scorching hot. They can walk out into the water anytime they like. With the younger ones, they usually swim out around the course just to make sure that the kids are okay. But we're very lucky to have a sport where there's so many volunteers that put their hand up.
Yep, there's so much involvement, something for everyone in our sport, which we do talk to a lot. We can see some of our officials there as well, ready to get the day started. And Phil, while we are only just starting to chat on the live stream now, we've already done some events this morning. Our 2K beach runs were won and done earlier today. And we have to give some shout outs to the winners for the under 14 female beach run. This was Sarah Clark from Southport, Sasha McDonald from North Burleigh was in second, and Mia Yilsby from North Queensland coming in third.
Yeah, great job. Great to see. Tough morning out there with the 40 degrees. It might not be 40, but geez, it feels
like it. Absolutely. And in the men's, we had Kai Collis from Tugun, Finlay Booker from Alex, and Jai Murray from North Burleigh in third. So that's a pretty tough start to your day, a 2K beach run on the soft sand at North Kira Beach.
It is. It makes it hard, but that's what it's all about. You know, they get out there and they train for these events. They do a lot of Ks. These kids, they rock up to the surf club in the afternoon. They practice in the soft sand. They practice in the hard sand. It's about getting there and doing the kilometres, and now they come away with the great results there. And I love to see Tugun up there. It's fantastic to see young Aspen there getting up for a win, which is awesome. So Aspen is a very renowned triathlete. So I've actually coached her in the water, so she's a fantastic triathlete. So I think she actually just won the Queensland All-Age for hers.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's why she runs like the wind. She's unbelievable. The girl in second there, Charlotte Hart, I also coached her on the board. She's an amazing board paddler as well. She just won the actual branch board for her age group. So she's a board paddler and a beach runner, which is wonderful. And then Emma McDonald, you're not going to believe it, I coached her when we were at Surfers Paradise. So she's now a Northcliffe girl, she's a little whippet. She's very tiny, she's very fast, she's elusive when she gets on the beach. So 3 really top wonderful athletes there.
Absolutely. And we can see some of our competitors starting to line up. We'll grab that event for you in a moment. But before we go to Josie, I just have to say the under 15 male 2K beach run, it was Tom Fabiani in first, Sol Nickel Ram in second from Mooloolaba, and Archie Fenton from Southport in third. Congratulations all of our teams there. Let's go down to Josie on the beach.
The under 14 girls, you can see they're starting to marshal for the first heat of the under 14 Ironman. The toughest thing that you can do here at Youth State Champs is the Ironwoman, and we can't wait to see it get underway.
And here we go, one of the best events on the program. We are going into the quarterfinals of the Under 14 Ironwomen. This is Water Area 3, our black and white arena. So, Phil, the black and white arena means the same coloured flags and cans.
Correct, it does. So, standing on the line now, they'll start with their board, they'll make their way out. The one rule of Ironman is you cannot cut through the string. So, it's a big problem, even though these kids start as nippers and they work their way up. You can see these guys are now on mouths. There still seems to be people that make the mistake and cut through the cans. But once they go around the furthest can, which will be the black and white, they'll then make their way back to the beach. They'll run around the black and white flags. They'll then have their boards picked up by, we could see the handlers in the background there. That'll be mums and dads. They've got to wear a handler's bib so they can get the board out of the area. Then when they come around, they'll dive in, they'll do their swim leg. They'll go around the string, which is a string of 8. the string of 9. Once they go around the string of 9, they come back to the shore, run around the 2 black flags and finish between the green flags. In these events, quarterfinals, we're looking at 8 to go through. So 9, 10 and 11, that's the hot zone, the red zone. We want to keep an eye on that. We've got a couple of really good starters here. We can see North Burleigh there, Maroochydore, Dickey Beach, Northcliffe there, quite a few from Dickies. Again, this is where different clubs that we didn't see have big team events yesterday, the individuals step right up. So we're going to see a lot of new caps today. We've got Tannum Sands there in between, a couple of Tally there as well, which is great. The Chief Judge right now, just giving a little bit of a rundown. It makes me laugh, this, and I'm going to be really honest. These kids have done this 1,000 times, yet we've got to discuss the rules and regs every single time.
Well, I got to tell you, Phil, we were down at the Nutrigrain Ironman series the other weekend, and not only do they still have the briefings, I saw a few of the marshals having to go down into the sand pit, drawing the cans out into the in the sand, showing the girls where they were going to go. I mean, you want to know that you're doing it right, but at the same time, it doesn't change that much carnival to carnival.
I used to be a little bit naughty, and this is a little bit off. This used to be off the cuff, but every time I'd make the Australian Ironman final, I'd put my hand up and say, "Oh, could we swim through the swim cans?" And the official would always come back and say, "No, you can't do that."
Phil.
Like, come on, we've done that many rounds to get there yet. Here they are now. They're getting a lesson about the flags. You can see him pointing it out. They have to run through the 2 start-finish poles. They're little orange poles we can see in the background there. If they don't go through that, they get DQ'd.
Yeah, it's all over.
That's right. That's the start-finish line. The start line. So many times people cut. If there's a drag,
so
they
easy.
want to run up the beach and they miss those poles. They're little things that you're taught as a nipper. I mean, there's probably a couple of kids in there that might have been these 2 kids, Hayden and Evie Van Hooven from Mermaid. Good chance they could be in there right now.
Absolutely.
They'd be probably learning, because this would be the first time they'd be all the way up through to a quarterfinal in an individual iron.
Absolutely. And great to see a Bundaberg cap in the mix there as well, along with...
We call it the think line.
Before you cross the line,
Stop here and think.
stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers. Plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Heat can damage sunscreen. Whenever you're outdoors, keep yours in a cool, shaded place, like a bag or under an umbrella.
Feel good facts.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
Before you cross the line, stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers. Plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Our club is more than just a building. It lets us be who we are. It challenges us. It's like a family. It's a place that saves lives. It's like coming home. Our club, is your club.
Hi, my name's Laura Thurtell. I'm the Ambassador for the Silver Salties program. Silver Salties is a physical activity and social connections initiative for older Australians designed by Surf Life Saving Australia in conjunction with Surf Life Saving Clubs and funded by Sport Australia's Move It Australia Better Ageing Grants program. Silver Salties targets people aged 65 and over, but welcomes all ages.
I love coming down to the saltwater pool. It's a good start for the day. You can do a few laps, get a bit of fitness.
It's great camaraderie getting in the water with older people, younger people, using muscles you probably think you couldn't use, and you do. You're not really feeling that you're using them.
I love being able to instruct people like that because I think then they come out of the water and they always say how great they feel.
It's all the skills that you need if you find yourself in a bad situation where somebody needs to be rescued.
When I first came here, I knew nobody. I came down and I joined the Silver Salties, and I've suddenly become part of the fabric of the society.
I think it's great if you're an older person to get out, join the community and stay fit, because you lose balance and flexibility as you get older, so the more you move the better. Work at your own pace, so you can go as hard at it or as easy as you like.
I say group therapy does a lot for you. As soon as you know there's a group going, you walk, you don't even realise you're walking.
Get you on your feet, out in the fresh air, check out all the plant life, bird life. Come on down, I'm sure we'll find something for you. Yeah, and you'll find lots of lovely good friends.
Oh, the instructors were fantastic. They break it down and make it easy, take it back to basics.
Oh, we have a great time. We'll go for a coffee after this and chat more and talk about what we've done today.
Well, you meet new people, and we've met everybody here today. We only knew a few to start with, and we know lots of people now.
You can feel a bit down, and coming down and spending time with friends doing exercise is just wonderful for your spirits. It's very uplifting, it's really good.
I'm one of the 3 in 4 people who can't spot a rip.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip. It went from the best day of my life to, oh my God, we're all going to die. It's horrific.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. I lost my son Ben and my daughter Molly, and lost 2 nieces, Catherine and Belinda. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
We call it the think line.
Before you cross the line,
Stop here and think.
stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers, plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Heat can damage sunscreen. Whenever you're outdoors, keep yours in a cool, shaded place, like a bag or under an umbrella.
Feel good facts.
I'm one of 4 million Australians who have been caught in a rip.
I'm one of the thousands of people who's been rescued from a rip.
I'm one of the many who have lost loved ones to rips. So we're drawing a line in the sand.
Before you cross the line, stop to check for rips. Look for other dangers, plan how to stay safe.
Let's all draw the line.
Draw the line at beachsafe.org.au.
Our club is more than just a building. It lets us be who we are. It challenges us. It's like a family. It's a place that saves lives. It's like coming home. Our club is your club.